Alright, today I'm going to be cleaning a Roomba, the iRobot Roomba, and I'm just going to show you the tools that you're probably going to be needing to clean this down. Of course, you're going to need some scissors. Right here I have some scissors, and then I also have a pair of tweezers. You'll see why I'll use these in a little bit, as well as this brush cleaning tool that comes with your Roomba. You see this right here, it says iRobot Roomba Brush Cleaning Tool. Very handy. Alright. All right, and also you just need a wet cloth, a damp cloth. This is what I use to just wipe it down. We'll use this as needed. So let's get started. So I'm going to set my tools to the side, and then I'm going to flip the Roomba over. But before I do that, I'm going to show you one thing that you need to clean, and that is this right here. Go ahead and empty your dustbin. I'm just going to go ahead and knock the dust off, as well as lift this up right here and knock this dust off as well. So I'm going to knock that down, and I'm going to just leave the dustbin off while I flip the Roomba onto the other side, okay? And so as you can see, there is hair caught up in this right here. You're also going to need maybe a screwdriver. Give me 1 second, I'll be back with a screwdriver. You're going to need that for actually getting off the hair. All right, I'm back with the screwdriver. All right, you'll need this for accessing certain parts of here to clean it off. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go ahead and lift this up, this gate right here. And just like when I lift this up, I'm able to access the brushes. Okay, just pull these out. You see that? You see this? This has some hair on it right here. And I'm just going to pull these out and then push the Roomba back. And then I'm just going to go ahead and pick off some of the hair. Of course, you'll have to disassemble some of this to get access to it. Some of it you can actually just pull off. You see this hair right here? Just pull this off right here. Just throw it in the trash. And then right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the brush tool. You see this? This is the brush tool. And I'm just going to take it, and it goes just on it like this. And then you just simply go like this, and it pulls hair. As you can see that, it pulls the hair off. It's a really great tool. So I'm just take this, and you just go through it several times, and it pulls off hair. All right. Do it a couple of times one way, pull off the hair, and try to make it go back the other way. See if it pulls off anything else. And that should get the hair from off of the brush, majority of the hair. But then there's also sometimes it gets caught up down in here. And you just pull that back. Do you see I just pulled this off? And then I'm going to take my tweezers and just go in there and then just pull. Okay, you want to get this hair off, because if you don't, it actually slows down the motor, and it actually drains your battery a lot faster if you don't get the hair off of areas like this. So I'm just going to get and pick this hair off right here with the tweezers. Get that hair. All right, and so once this is done right here, got this hair off, there's no more dust or anything in there. Just tap this off, and then just replace this cap right here. Bada boom. All right, there's also some hair up here. Just pull that and just push it back on, and you can go ahead and place this back in the area to where it belongs. I believe it's right here. All right, just go ahead and place that one. And then we have the other tools. I'll put that back in place when I'm ready to everything. And then right here, okay, this sweeper part of the mechanism, I'm just going to take the tweezers and then just come into this crack and just pull the hair off right here. You have to pull it off some, and then you could possibly use scissors to cut it, but you have to pull it because it's in there so tight. I recommend using tweezers. All right, pull it some. Then you can just take your scissors and just cut that like that. And see, once you just cut a little bit, it comes off easily. Just keep on pulling it. And you have to do this maybe about a minute or so to get all of the hair off, but eventually it will come off just like that. Okay, just take the scissors cut a little bit, and then get back in there and just keep on pulling it. You have to do this occasionally. I try to do it like at least about once a month, especially if you have a dog or someone with long hair around. You're going to get a lot of this. All right? And this is just regular maintenance right here. Because if you don't get all this hair off, it will slow your machine down. And sometimes you'll come back home with your machine stuck mid-job in the middle of the floor and not complete the job. And it's because it probably wore the battery down. It's a lot of hair. So tweezers really help get a lot of the hair off. And they need to come up with a tool for getting around these right here. As soon as it can pull off, I think that's enough right there. And then there's other areas right here. Now I can tell you, you may neglect pulling some of this hair off, but you'll regret it down the line when it becomes super thick. All right. Pull off this hair. Just keep on doing that. Let's see. Can't get in there. Pull it off. I got a majority of it, so that's great. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these back into their slots. Okay, simply just go right there, place it into the slot. Remember, the yellow ends on one side. Put that back in the slot, and then close it just like that. So that's the brushes, the rear brushes, but then you also have another set of brushes. Right here, you have the sweeper brush, and you see there's hair clogged up in here. There's hair on the top, but there's also hair underneath, and I'm going to show you. I'm just going to go ahead and unscrew this. I'm going to go ahead and unscrew this really quick, and then pull this up. And look at that. See, there's hair caught up in the bottom. If you don't remove this, it will slow down your machine and drain the battery life. All right, so I'm just going to take this hair and pull all of this off right here. All right, got a lot of that hair. And so that's simple to remove. Maybe take the cloth, get a little bit of dust, not necessary, and then go ahead and press this down and replace this screw. All right, so I'm going to do that right there. Replace the screw, put that on, and then there's this right here, okay? This may not seem like a big thing right here. It looks like it's rotating, but after time, this will accumulate a lot of hair underneath, and I'm going to show you. And we're going to get to it by unscrewing the top. So there's like a series of like 4 screws that I need to get to. All right, so that's one over there, one right here, one right here, just keep on doing this, and then one over here as well. All right, so I have those. And then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to lift this. Oh, no, and I forgot. Y'all have to unscrew this one as well, too. All right, pop this back off. Should have left this off when I was cleaning it. But hindsight's 20/20, right? All right, so pop that off. And then I'm just going to lift this up. I'll just go ahead and leave the screws in place. All right, so now that I lifted this up, I'm just going to pull that out. And there's no hair underneath here, but usually a lot of hair collects right here as well as in between the wheels. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop the wheel out. And you can see some hairs already starting to collect right here on the wheels right near the sprocket thing right there. So I cleared the hair out. Clear this, and you also want to clear off, if you have a blower, blow the there's dust that builds up. There are sensors down there. All right. So I have that. I'm going to place this back into place right here. Pop that. And then press this down. Back into place. All right. And so while I have this open, I'm just going to wipe this down. There's the battery right there. I'm going to go ahead and wipe off the sensors. There are sensors right here that detect dirt. You want to make sure that those are nice and clean. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and wipe those off. Those sensors, just make sure they're clean. You might want to use a little bit of Windex if they're really dirty. And then I'm going to place this back on top. All right. And then pop this into place. Put that in right there. Screw that in. And then take this and screw the other one back in right over here. And then right here, don't forget about the ones in the back. All right. They're screwed into place. And I'm just going to take a rag and just wipe it down. It's going to get dirty again, but just wipe it down. And then flip it back over. And then insert the dustbin back in there. All right, and that's how you clean a Roomba. Let me know if you have any questions.